Hello, my name is Joe Powell, Chief Executive of All Wales People First. This is the latest of my videos to members. I promised in our Mirror strategy I would check in 4 times a year to let people know what's going on within All Wales People First. Obviously these are really interesting times because of COVID-19. And I think the big thing to say is it's nice that we're in that position now where we're in the amber phase in Wales. We're not in red anymore. We're coming out of lockdown a little bit. There's a little bit more freedom happening for people. At the same time, what none of us know is how long will that last? Will there be the second break? But I think what is amazing is just how well, I think, on the whole, people with learning disabilities have coped during this. I know for a couple of people it's been really traumatic and stressful. Most people seem to have got through it despite all of this, which I think is amazing. I think those who have been shielding or living in care services where other people have been shielding, their selflessness in being prepared to put up with that for a bit longer if it means helping defeat the virus, it's just a major endorsement of how willing we are as people with learning disabilities to be active citizens, to give something up if it means it's for the greater good. And to me that is true citizenship. There's a lot of people out there, for instance, who don't have the barriers to society or citizenship that people with learning disabilities have, who have just gone out and broke the rules, who have gone to the beaches and what have you. Our members have followed the rules despite the fact that they are most likely to be isolated and lonely even before things like COVID came along. So I just think that is major respect. I'd also like to say a big thank you to everybody who shared their stories with us, whether that's diaries, personal stories, whether that's the local groups feeding in their information to Philippa for her COVID report. All of this stuff has made an impression with the Welsh Government. We've been told they're impressed with it, and it has definitely informed their work going forward. So your voice is heard. We get told this by Welsh Government. You guys don't necessarily, but we do make it clear to Welsh Government. It's our networks, it's our groups that get us this information. So major thanks to you all. I think that's evidence about how your voice does have influence. And hopefully as a national organisation of self-advocacy groups in Wales, we are helping you to get that voice through. But all credit to you, your stories and your willingness to share has been amazing. So massive thank you. Just wanted to let you know that it hasn't been in vain, all of your work. It has helped to shape and inform the government in Wales about the impact of people with learning disabilities. So big thank you. The next thing I want to come on to is our 30th birthday celebration event on the 7th of October. So as you know, we usually have a 2-day AdFest event. This year we're having a 1-day Zoom event to celebrate our 30th birthday. We've had to do this because of COVID. So we have this is going to happen in 3 ways. We're going to have 3 events essentially. First event will be the main conference, which will have the minister, we'll have workshops, the usual stuff. Then about an hour later we'll have a fringe event, so that will be people who come and give little presentations, a little bit like the speakers tent we did at AdFest last year but online. And then in the evening we're going to have an evening event which we call Geraint's Hootenanny, and that's going to be the fun things where people play music and have fun and all that kind of thing. And Geraint will sing and do whatever Geraint does. So I think that'll be really lovely. We've met with a Zoom producer today, the team and I. A Zoom producer is somebody who helps you run Zoom events. So we're trying to make this fun, not just staring at a computer in a boring conference all day. We're trying to make this fun, interactive, get people moving as much as we can. So this is why you haven't heard a lot about this yet, because we're still working it out ourselves. But we are excited as a team. We think what we have in the bag, what we have in the pipeline, you are going to find really engaging, really positive, and hopefully will still be a good event despite the fact we can't be together in person. What we will do differently this year is you will get your annual reports in the post. You will get your joining forms for the event online in the post. So you need to sign those forms and return them to us. but don't worry, you will get an envelope. You'll get a self-addressed envelope, stamped addressed envelope, I beg your pardon, which means that it won't cost you anything. Fill in the form, book on the event, put your form in an envelope, send it to us, and then we know you're coming. Won't cost you a thing, so please fill in your forms. So just to let you know that event is going ahead, and we do hope to have more information about the programme for that with you very soon. But I'm personally quite excited about it. Welsh Government fund us for our Hear Me, Include Me, Respect Me project. As part of that, we said we were going to get some independent researchers to measure how well All Wales People First are doing what they promised. So we had a independent researcher called Jan Wormsley, who worked with us and Barod on the toolkit. You might have remembered the toolkit we did together. She is our one of the independent researchers, and we wanted to employ a person with a learning disability to work alongside with her, or autism. We have appointed Claudia Magwood. She's going to start with us on the 1st of September. So congratulations to Claudia. Massive thank you to everybody who applied and who went for the interview. You know, the more people who go for interview, the stronger the competition on the day, and it makes sure that we make the right appointment. So thank you for everybody who took part in that. So we are looking forward to working with Claudia Magwood on the 1st of September. Massive congratulations to you, Claudia. Our photography project, Through Our Eyes. So you might remember a few years ago in North Wales, we designed this project with our members in North Wales. The photography project where we want to portray ourselves in the media the way we want to be seen, not done to by other people who decide how we should be seen. We wanted a person with a learning disability to work alongside our project manager, Natasha Hurst. On Monday, we had the interviews for that project. A person has been appointed. I'm not able to reveal who that is yet because we're waiting for their references and everything to come back, but we will make an announcement shortly on Facebook as soon as the references come back. So I'm really delighted because it's another person with a learning disability on the staff team of All Wales People First, which is how it should be. We're increasing the amount of people with learning disabilities working for us, so that's very important to us, and I'm delighted that we're doing that. And in terms of the Through Our Eyes project, initially we had to put that on ice. It was meant to start on the 1st of April. Because of COVID, we put it on ice, thinking after 3 months COVID would be over and we'd be through it. Obviously the world's changed. It looks like COVID's going to be with us for quite a while, but we've decided actually we're going to go ahead anyway with the project, and as long as it's safe to do so, we're still going to run it. We'll either do it by Zoom or we'll social distance when we come to interview people, but we want to try and give it a go and give the project a go. So this is why we have now appointed that person with a learning disability, so we can now put the wheels in motion and get on with the project and move it forward. So we're going to launch the project on the 20th of August again, have a reboot to remind people what it's about and why we're doing it. So on the 20th of August, Natasha Hurst and her new colleague, who's just been appointed, will be running a roadshow event 20th of August on Zoom. Please turn up. We're going to remind people about what it's about and how you can get involved. But we're going to also remind you of 2 competitions we have running. So one competition is 5 photographs about your experiences of COVID, of lockdown, coming out of it now. 5 photographs. The best 5 photographs, that person will win a £25 Amazon voucher. Please get involved. And we also want to have a film competition where somebody makes a little film. It can just be what, like I'm doing now, just pointing to the camera and speaking about your experiences with COVID and how it's made you feel. Those of you who've got phones or iPads, that's okay. Use a phone or an iPad just in front of you and speak to it. And the best film will also have a £25 Amazon voucher as a prize. So please bear both of those in mind. We'll give you more details on the 20th of August. We have already launched the competitions. We didn't get a lot of interest. We think that's because social media wasn't really the most effective way to advertise it. So we're hoping through this roadshow we'll get more interest in the project and remind you what we're doing and why we're doing it. So please look after that. Look out for that. I beg your pardon. Something I wanted to tell you about as well. Our members said they would like a membership card. So we promised in our mirror strategy we would put a membership card scheme in place for our members. That's to give members a sense of identity, of belonging to the movement. So we produced the membership cards. This is a test one, a dummy one. This is me. You see my ugly mugs on there. That's how the card would look. I'll wait for the camera to focus in. There we go. So that's how it looks. That's how a membership card looks. And on the back you can see we have the Always People First logo and membership card. So Claire Morgan, who works for us as part of our comms team, is producing them for members. We're working out how to get them to you, but hopefully it won't be too long. You'll get your membership cards. So we hope you will use them with pride. And I think the last thing I would say, just to end with, is our Mirror coordinator Philippa will be working with groups, or will be speaking to groups quite soon about your experiences now of COVID, how it compares now that we're coming out of lockdown. So please, please, please feed in your experiences and your knowledge, whether you're a member of People First or whether you're staff working in local groups. Please share your activities. We will make sure that this gets to the right people in government and influential bodies, which it is doing. And the last thing I think before I end is just to say that once a month I set a date aside for members to speak to me about anything they want to talk about, whether it's People First, whether it's personal. During COVID, I've said it several times, call me when you like. There's no rules about that. Just contact me when you like. If I can't get you there and then, I'll arrange a time with you. So just to remind you that I am here if anybody wants to speak to me. Thank you for listening. Victory for self-advocacy. Let's hope we can see each other physically in the non too distant future. Thank you very much.